so much. We are recording. This is going to be live. So listen, guys, tonight, Andy's taking a break. He's on dad duty. I think he'd rather be here running this meeting than he would be like corralling the littles. But he's on dad duty. So he said, dude, can you help me out? I said, absolutely, coach. I got you. So tonight you're mostly getting me. Sorry. Right. But then Casey's coming in to do recognition. And so tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. So mostly tonight going to be kind of focused on like if you were doing like a traditional opportunity night. For some of us that have never sort of like looked at Primerica in its entirety and kind of seen everything that we do, this will be great for you. You get to see a little bit of everything. And we'll kind of talk about like treating this as a business and really kind of help you hopefully mentally have a better way to approach the business and have sort of like a little bit more like ammunition to kind of come back at some of the things that people are probably giving you. And maybe hopefully just change your thinking a little bit at the end of the night when it comes to just like the business overall. And then we got some bombshells, listen, of announcements and incentives that you cannot miss. All right. So let me get this up and running. We're going to get this rocking and we will get this thing going. All right. Time to bring up. Nope, not this one. Not this one. I don't want to steal Casey's thunder. I can't steal that. I cannot steal that. That's for later. Don't be trying to get in there and sneak a peek. I saw Jessica in there looking already. She was looking. And then Casey or one of the other co-hosts, if you guys can kind of help me monitor the chat, because I'm going to be mostly looking over here. But yeah, so Tiffany Johnson from Tennessee, like guys, do me a favor really quick before we get kicking on this. Put in the Zoom chat like what state you're calling from. I just want everybody to kind of see like the flurry of different states as they go by, right? And like Andy loves to say, not what state of mind, what state you're actually physically in. Because I think we may be getting close to all 50. Can't have Hawaii unless you're in Hawaii, but because like that's a lot of different states that just rolled by, and I'm just getting it like in a flurry. So just to kind of give you an idea and a scope of how big the organization is, right? But just some basics on Zoom stuff, guys. Like treat the meetings that you're coming to and that you're showing up to as if you were actually showing up to an office, right? Like you wouldn't walk into an office late. So being on time is preferred, right? We say on time is early, right? So if you're early, you're on time. Cameras on, right? Obviously, if you're driving, you're in some sort of crazy place. We don't want to see and be distracted, but if you can be, we want you engaged, right? And then obviously, if you're coming in, like be muted. Nobody needs to hear you yelling at the kids or at the dog. And take notes. Please take notes. No matter where you go, if someone's speaking, you should be taking notes because the dullest pencil is going to catch more than the sharpest mind. You're going to forget, right? And then hit the questions if you got them in the chat. I'll address anything at the end, but that's just sort of just generally what I would like you guys to think about anytime we're showing up to a meeting. Okay. Listen, I'm going to hit it again, and you saw it a bunch during the video. But you need to get your ticket for East Coast Builder School if you don't have one already. If you've already got your ticket, put it in the chat, right? Let everybody know who's already committed, who's ready to come and show up at a big event, because it's going to change your life, I promise you. The guy on the cover right now, right? So our keynote speaker, our guest speaker, that's Keith Otto. Keith Otto is making somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 million a year. He and Danielle have roughly 500 RVPs in their organization. So if you think about that, go ahead and mute yourself out. I can't see you, but hook me up, mute yourself out, right? 5.5 million, and they have roughly 500 regional vice presidents. So that'd be like owning 500 franchises if you want a different way to think about it. Casey, can you please mute that person out? Do me a favor. Thank you. All right. So that's, guys, get that ticket. If one of the leaders can throw that in the chats, if you're like one in the Zoom chat or somewhere else in your actual personal chats, go get your ticket. Make sure you're registering underneath your correct regional vice president. Okay. Otherwise, I'm just going to give everybody my rep ID and we'll go that way. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. So listen, Primerica, we're way bigger than just life insurance, guys. We are the largest independent financial services marketing firm on the continent. We're in every state in the country. We're up in Canada, every U.S. territory. And this is actually a little bit outdated because it says 130,000 licensed reps, guys. It's actually closer to 160 right now. We're pushing to 200,000. That's the goal for the end of the year. We have big goals, right? So 200,000 licenses and 50,000 licensed investment agents. That's our goal right now. So are you going to be one of the ones that helps drive us close to that goal? Or are you just here to hang out and have and jump on a meeting? No, you're here to do it, right? So we're listed on the New York Stock Exchange. We're publicly traded. Guys, Primerica has been public since 2010. From 2010 to 2015, the share price has gone from $10, $12 a share to 270. It peaked north of 300 at one point. At that high of our market cap, right, we were worth over $10 billion. We were in large cap territory at that point. That's huge. But really, the biggest thing to kind of think about is just the scope. Almost 6 million people have life insurance with us, and we're close to 3 million investment clients now, guys. I mean, think about that. We're over $120 billion of client money that we're in charge of for people's futures. That's a huge responsibility. If you like, and if you've never heard that, like that's true. Like that's exactly what we do. And think about this. Look at all these awards. I mean, I know we talk about it. We talk about the blue page, right, with most trusted life insurance and most trusted financial from Investors Business. Forbes, best in insurance in that same year. Dalbar Mutual Fund Service Award. This one says 23 because that's when it was made. But I mean, we've had that Dalbar Mutual Fund Award for 2 decades plus. Bloomberg Gender Equality, AM Best. Guys, the lists of accolades just go on forever. Yeah, John hooked me up 22 years in a row on a Dalbar Mutual Fund Service Award. It's insane. Like it's the level of praise that gets heaped on our company is almost like unthinkable. But you know what else is crazy, guys? People will find exactly what they're looking for. No matter what, people will find exactly what they're looking for. If they're looking for awards and they're looking for great reasons to be a part of the company, they'll find it. If they're looking for the reason to not join, they'll find it. And you got to love those people where they are and just bless and release. Stacy, I love that. Yeah, you said the only financial company with a majority of women. Guys, our sales force is predominantly female, right? The majority of our sales force, our licensed sales force is female. I don't know any other financial company in the world that is like that. And I don't really see our numbers changing anytime soon, right? Check it out. One of the biggest things that you have to think of when you think of yourself as a Primerica agent, like, yeah, it says Primerica in the middle, guys, but I really want you to kind of shift your brain and put your face in the middle of that. Put your name in the middle of that. Because really, when you think about what you are for your clients and your future clients, you're the access point. You're the Amazon of finance. Like you're where everyone should immediately plug into, because by plugging into you, they're plugging into all of this, right? Somebody needs help with an investment account and you're not licensed yet. Great. Plug them into you. You set the appointment, plug them in with your investment specialist, probably your regional vice president or somebody else within the brokerage, and come to the appointment with them so you can learn. You're not mortgage licensed yet? Great. Somebody else in the brokerage is, right? You want to help them with some business or home or auto insurance? Perfect. You don't even need a license. Connect them with Answer Financial. See if you can save them some money on something they're already spending money on. They need a will or a power of attorney or trust. Check it out. Legal Shield does all of it, and you can cover the entire family for $40 a month. One will, guys, for one adult is going to cost you on average somewhere between $300 and $500. Just saying. Or you could protect an entire family with Legal Shield for the year. And for less than what one will would have cost, you can do both wills for the spouses. You can set up powers of attorney for everything that you could possibly need. And you can get a massive discount on setting up like a durable trust. Like that's insane. Just the trust, like not even to mention all the other benefits that go along with that. But that's crazy. And look, you can bundle identity theft along with that because, like, let's be honest, who hasn't been hacked? Like everybody either has had it happen to them or knows one person directly that has had it happen, right? So like I could argue that almost everyone that you know should have identity theft. Guaranteed, right? Guaranteed they should have it. And then the last piece, check this out, Vivint, right? I mean, every house that I've had in the last like 10 years, we've had some sort of like video camera doorbell, right? So if almost everybody has that, wouldn't you think that you could offer that to somebody If they wanted to get something better, have a better way to monitor their home, they can check all the cameras from their phone, smart thermostats, smart everything. And oh, by the way, if they use your discount code, you make 250 bucks plus whatever other incentive Vivint has going on at the time. Last week, it was $250 in commission for your comp plus an extra $250 gift card. Before that, it was an iPad. Before that, it was something else. But guys, you don't do any work in that situation. You just connect someone and help them get something most likely they were already looking for. How many of you guys right now know somebody that could probably use like an upgraded security system, or maybe they just bought a house and they're looking to like add that in because it doesn't exist yet? Well, great. Then get off your butt and give them a phone call, because the phone call that you're not making is costing you $250 in a referral commission. It's so simple. Maggie, perfect. Guys, if you can use it yourself, Maggie, I love it. Look, if you could use it yourself, call Vivint, refer yourself, use your own discount code. If you refer yourself, you get paid. There's no state requirement in any of that, right? Doesn't matter. Go get paid. Guys, the biggest thing I want you to take away from this is a lot of other companies that sell life insurance, their agents come on, they get licensed, and before they know it, they're like, I'm over it. Why? Because if they can't help someone with life insurance on the appointment that they get on, they're pretty much done. But that's what makes us so different. Like if we sit down and for whatever reason you don't agree that you need Primerica Life, but if it doesn't have Primerica on their life insurance, it's broken. I promise you. But guys, look, even if they say, well, look, we don't need that, we're all set. Great. Who's doing your home and auto? Could I save you some money on something you're already spending money on? Wouldn't you at least want to know? It's like a 20-minute phone call, right? They check that. I mean, hey, who's handling all of your home security stuff? Who's doing that for you? Are you happy with it right now? Who's handling your will? Do you guys have a will? Like God forbid something happened to both of you at the same time. What would happen to your kids? What would happen to all the money from the life insurance that you think is going to pay out from that other company, right? Guys, these are all just ways to kind of talk about all of these things. But yeah, and back on the Answer Financial stuff, guys, you need to make that phone call for yourself. It's sort of like being on the plane, right? Like God forbid those little oxygen masks come on. Who do you put on first? Who do you put on first? I'll wait. Put it in the Zoom chat. You got to put your own on first, guys. And it's no different in this situation. You should be calling and checking on this stuff and sitting down and doing your own quotes first. That way, one, we should be putting your own financial house in order. Two, you know exactly what it looks like for the clients that you're trying to refer. Like, how much more confident do you think you would be getting in front of someone going, Wendy, listen, you need to call. Like, you really need to call these guys because I called and I saved like $1,000 a year. Or you're like Jen Sutherland's daughter who called and we saved her like $3,000 a year between her renter's insurance and her car insurance. Guys, that's unreal. And then with the money that we saved, we're going to put it into her Roth IRA and her money market. She's like 24. That savings is going to make her a multi-millionaire because we're starting so soon. But she would have never known had we not made the phone call. Yeah, 3,300. Yes, we do renter's insurance, Justin. You know how I know? Because we call. We call. What's the worst thing that happens? You call and they say, hey, we don't do that yet. We don't offer that yet. Call. Just call, right? So guys, listen, here's the mission for Primerica. We help families. At the end of the day, we are about helping families in lots of ways. Proper protection, it's the right amount of life insurance. We have to start investing, right? It's not too late. No matter where you're at in life, it's not too late. We have to start investing. Along the way, we're going to help people get out of debt free with a plan. And if we can help them earn additional income, well, God bless. You know, some of the best agents in the business were actually clients first. Guys, we call it recruiting across the kitchen table, right? Because if I can help someone make an extra 300, 400, 500 bucks a month, helping one client a month, don't you think it's going to be a whole lot easier for them to get out of debt faster, start investing and saving more money? And I mean, worst case, afford the life insurance policies and whatever else they want. I mean, yes or yes, right? Is it for most people, is it easier to make an extra 300 or 400, 500 or try to like change their lifestyle immediately and stop doing certain things. Make it, right? And if you could get a license, stay with me, right? Like if you can get a license, it's yours forever. We can put your financial house in order because let's be honest, most of us don't have a background in money and finance, right? So we're going to get you a license that's yours forever. We're going to put your financial house in order. We're going to set you on a path and give you a plan to get out of debt and retire financially independent. What's the worst thing that happens? You come over and only make a little bit of money, right? Because the best case, you come over, you get licensed, you start working this, and you're going to be wildly successful and have as much fun as I'm having. So when do you want to start? Guys, that's recruiting across the kitchen table, but you got to be bold enough to ask. You got to be bold enough to ask. And the best thing that we ever get to do is teach people about money and finance and change their life by being introduced to this business through you, right? Through you. Because look, the biggest thing we do is teach people how money works, right? At the end of the day, it's all about teaching people how money works. And if you've never seen this document, it's a pretty sweet little like 46-page PDF we built all about all of the things that we teach. You can go online and download this thing right now, right? All of these different things, guys, you can go through with every single page of this with a client in an hour if you want to. I don't suggest it. You're gonna like melt their brain. Please don't. But you could, right? And the best part about it is it's so simple. Guys, it's like 46 pages and most of the things dang pictures. Because we're trying to make something that's big and scary and just overwhelming for most people very simple. And that's honestly what makes us different. Most financial advisors or people in the industry, they want to show clients how smart they are. They want to overwhelm them with a bunch of crazy terms. My job, our job, is to make getting from where they are to where they need to be financially exceedingly simple. Look, you just need to figure out how to start paying yourself first. I mean, Craig, like, be honest, man. Like, is anyone ever going to send you a bill in the mail that says pay Craig $500 a month? No, they sure aren't. Who's the only person that can send that bill, Craig? You. Amen. Right? So, Craig, if you're the only one that can send that bill, brother, why haven't you started sending it yet? That's a powerful question, guys. Listen, that's a powerful question. And really it's not designed to make them answer. It's designed to make them think. And Craig, listen, if 500 bucks a month is too much to pay yourself right now, that's okay. You know the most important thing, Craig, is we just get started doing something. Because if we can get started doing something with like 25 or 50 bucks a month, a few months from now, as we get better at this money thing, we'll start figuring out 50 or 100. And then a few months down the road from there, it's going to be a 200. Because as we're getting you out of debt, we're saving more money, right? We're freeing up that income to do these things. Guys, this is the mentality that you have to have. Do you know that we can start investments for any client with as little as $25 and $25 a month? Any investment, money market, Roth IRA, doesn't matter. Just a regular old mutual fund, 25 bucks and 25 bucks a month. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. But listen, here's all of the problems that people are having because they don't have a background in money and finance. And if they don't have that background, the odds that they have that game plan, that GPS or that roadmap for their money, slim to none, right? Then most people don't have a financial professional because in the back of their mind, all they're thinking is, this guy just wants my money. This guy just wants to make money off of me. So what do they ultimately end up doing? They end up doing nothing. They never invest. They're shoving money in a mattress or like a coffee can because they want to be able to touch it right away. God forbid something happens. Does this sound like anybody you know? Probably sounds like a lot of us before we came into the business, if we're being completely honest. Amen. Right? Like most people, right? Most people are just like, listen, I just, it's too complicated. I have no idea. So I've just never done it. And I say, listen, that's totally normal. A firm answer closed, right? Oh, I totally get it. And I understand why you haven't done that. It's probably been so complicated, you never even knew where to start, right? Perfect. So if I could make that really simple for you, is that something you'd at least be open to taking a look at today? What do you think they're going to say? I just removed the barrier why they said they've never done it. If I could fix that for you, would you be open to taking a look at it? Guys, That's really kind of what this comes down to. So think about this. Like these are real numbers, right? Over 60% of the people out there have less than 50 grand in their retirement account. That's a huge amount of the like population of your potential client base, right? 36% only have 10 grand put away. I mean, I'm no math magician, as Andy likes to say, but I don't think anybody can retire on 10 grand or 50, right? And look at that bottom stat. Most people worry more about running out of money later on in retirement than they do about dying. Guys, people are living a long time these days, right? Keeps going up and up and up as people get older. Medical science is amazing. So if we know that people are living a lot longer, well, then God bless. We know that they're going to need more money later, right? And just at 3% inflation, 25 years at 3% inflation, the money you need right now, let's call it $5,500, is going to be a little over 12 grand to do the same thing. Think about that. That's time, right? So that inflation is 3%, but if you're putting money away into the market and you're getting 9, well, now your money's growing, you're beating inflation, you're going to be okay. But that's kind of the thing to think about when it comes to we got to get started. The only thing that is going to give you leverage on compounding your money is having your money in the market over a long period of time. We like to say there's no such thing as timing the market, right? If you want to time the market and you want to get like ridiculously wealthy off of one trade, you might as well go to Vegas and put it on black. That's not what we're here to do. We're all about time in the market, being disciplined, right? Diversifying our assets and dollar cost averaging, just meaning we're doing it monthly. Okay. Or on a regular system. You could do it every week if you want. It's whatever you're comfortable with. But that's really what it comes down to, like when it comes to the investment side. But here's like honestly one of the biggest pieces of our business. It's protection. It's life insurance. Guys, when we talk about life insurance, we're really talking for probably 85% of your clients, income protection. Income protection. I want you to start thinking about life insurance as income protection, right? It's replacing an income, God forbid something happens. How many of you guys know somebody right now, a family, that has one working spouse, the other spouse is the homemaker, takes care of the children, and the working spouse has zero life insurance? Or they have something at work, but that's all they have. Every single one of you people right now saying yes, you just told me that you need to schedule a kitchen table appointment. Because if that one person that's working, God forbid, doesn't make it home tomorrow, if they don't make it home tomorrow, how does that child and that other unworking spouse, how do they keep going? How are they going to pay the rent? How are they going to pay the mortgage? How are they going to eat? The only way it's going to happen is if you get in front of them and show them what we do and show them that honestly, for most clients, you can probably get them covered for somewhere between 60 and 80 bucks a month. For some people, that might sound like a lot, but I tell you, the price of not doing it is way heavier than that 60 or 80 bucks a month. Look, 4 in 10 adults have no life insurance or not enough. And if what they have at work is all they have nothing. Guys, I like to tell our clients, look, I'm glad that you have that at work. That's amazing. It's probably free or so cheap it might as well be free. Am I right? What are they going to say? They're going to say, yeah, of course. I say, great. Then I want you to keep it. I never want you to get rid of free. I love free. But when it comes to protecting your family, I want to make sure that the amount of coverage that you need is coming from something that I know is going to pay. God forbid something happens. If ours pays and your work one pays, it's a bonus. I mean, that's the way you should think about it. But guys, if it doesn't say Primerica on it, in the back of your mind, you should know that that life insurance policy is broken. Period. Right? Period. Here's a big one. Debt. Most Americans have about 100K in consumer debt. Right? Now, that's obviously including, vehicles and mortgages, student debt, but I don't care where it comes from. Debt is debt. Right? The biggest problem with most people is the revolving debt, right? Their credit cards. They get They get sucked in. The compounding interest on their revolving debt for their credit card is somewhere 29 to 39. Guys, that's an inescapable trap. If you're not getting ahead of that, you're essentially like signing your own death warrant when it comes to your finances, because you don't have any investments that are getting you 29 to 40% rate of return on your interest, right? That's compounding monthly against you. And so if you don't have something beating that, well, you're not getting ahead. But check this out. Of the 61% of Americans with debt, with just credit card debt, over a third of them get deeper into debt every month. So if their situation is getting worse, and what we're trying to do is help them get out of that situation, how many people do you know right now that could use what we do when it comes to debt stacking, building them a plan, showing them how to just pay their bills differently, get out of debt faster? The financial needs analysis, guys, is their ticket to like financial freedom, because without you, do you think they're ever really going to change? If they've been in their situation for so long and that's their habit, are they really ever going to change unless you show them a better way? The answer is probably not. Not for most people. Because when you think about it, it's actually really simple. Staying out of debt is very simple and similar comparably to losing weight. Stay with me. I know it sounds weird, right? But stay with me. Staying out of debt is spend less than you make, right? Okay, if you spend less than you make, like if you make 1,000 and you only spent 900 for the month, you're not going into debt. You're $100 ahead. If you want to lose weight, you have to burn more calories than you consume, right? It's the same math from a different angle. That's it, right? Move more, eat less, save more, spend less. Guys, it's the exact same. And listen, I know it's an oversimplification, and I know in the back of your mind you're going, Noah, that's easier said than done. You're correct. And the only way that for most people they will ever actually do it,
Wow. You like my hair?
one is to meet
Yeah.
yourself, right? But for most people, the only way to ever actually do it is if they have some sort of external accountability. They have to have some sort of external accountability. Think about it. If you know that at 6 a.m. your buddy is waiting for you at the gym, or even better, the trainer that you're paying for is waiting for you at the gym, your happy butt will not keep sleeping. You will get out of bed and you will get to the gym. But if you don't have that, or you don't have your buddy there, that external accountability, man, that alarm goes off at 5 a.m. and you bound to hit snooze. Well, guess what? If you don't have me checking in with you and building you that plan and saying, hey, if this is our goal, this is what we have to do to get there. And then we know we're getting back together at the end of the month to kind of see where we are for the status report, like a checkup. The odds of you making changes along the way, probably not. Probably not, right? All right, beating that dead horse. But look, here's the other thing, and back to the idea of recruiting across the kitchen table. Over half of Americans out there right now would have trouble coming up with their basic emergency fund. $1,000, right? $1,000. Think about that right now. For a lot of us, if you're brand new in the business, it might be hard for us to put $1,000 together. But that's okay. You're here, you're in the right place. We're going to fix that. We're going to fix that. And in order for most people to get out of that paycheck to paycheck cycle, they have to have a side hustle. Well, welcome to Primerica, guys. Now you're in a position where your side hustle in a lot of situations can outpay you from your regular job. And when you get to the point where your side hustle starts paying you more than your full-time job, well, now the opportunity cost of your time is at your job. You need to leave that thing and spend more time on the thing that's making you more money. Most people, though, are going to be afraid. And they're going to say, well, I need the steady income. I need the steady income. I need to stay at my just over broke. J-O-B, right? Job is just over broke, guys. Because they're never going to let you free. They're never going to put you into a position where you're going to be able to get ahead. So think about this from a business perspective. Most people that are successful in business are able to find a need from a client and fill that void, right? So if you see the need and you fill it, what happens? You make money. So think about this. Answer these questions. You can answer me in the Zoom chat, right? Is there a need for what we do? I think we've established that, but think about it. Is there a need for what we do? Showing people how to retire sooner, get out of debt faster, save money on something they're already spending money on, right? Not just yes, but heck yes. Are these financial concepts helpful for everyone? Yeah. I've maybe met like 2 out of 100 people that I meet in a month that know what we're already doing. Or even more powerful is they're already doing what we already teach. But that means that 98% of the people that I meet on average are not doing it. Guys, a lot of people that you're going to run into can't even spell Roth IRA yet. And if you can't either, that's okay. We're going to fix it. It's okay, right? So can you see why our clients love us and why the competition doesn't? This one is powerful, right, guys? This last one, if you think about it like this. How many life insurance companies can you think of out there right now that would ever teach a client, and not only teach a client, but encourage the client to get out of the need for the one thing with their name on it? Literally, the one thing with our name on it is Primerica life insurance. But my goal, Craig, is to make you so stinking wealthy and financially independent that you become self-insured and you no longer need the one thing with my name on it from a company perspective. That almost seems crazy, but that's what we're here to do, guys. That's what we're here to do. And that's why we're so powerful, because we're not just a life insurance company. We're life insurance and investments. All right. That's the goal, right? I want you to retire wealthy. Now, think about this. Before most of you came here, you had probably never thought about going into business for yourself. Probably not. Some of us have, some of us have like thought about it, right? But we've never actually done it. And I want to jump forward really fast. And these are the big reasons why for most people, right? Most people, when it comes to going into business for themselves, like, there's a massive startup cost. They don't have the capital, they don't have the money, right? Most people don't have the time. They're like, well, I could go do that, but I'd have to give up doing all this. Well, or they're like, oh, I'd be great at that, but I don't have any of the knowledge. I don't understand how to do it. Or maybe it's just too risky. Like I can't do that. Like I can't put that much out there money wise to risk to lose it if it doesn't take off. Right. And then probably the big one is just like the mental hurdle of being afraid of failing. What's my family going to think? What's my spouse going to think? Right? All of the what ifs. And we keep causing these problems before they actually exist in our brains. Right. But look at this. Primerica removes everything. There's no big investment. It's $124, right? Most of us go spend $124 on dinner and don't even blink, but we can't come up with $124 to better ourselves, get a financial license that's state issued that you have to have a background check to have. Interesting, right? You can start on your own time. You don't need a whole bunch of time, right? We have silent partners. You could be a referral partner. Lack knowledge? Great. We have like a 48-year track record at this point, and we have multiple training platforms to get you exactly where you need to be for the level that you want to be at. Okay, too much risk. How can there be risk in you getting a license that's yours forever? You have to pass a background check, get fingerprinted in most states, and then once you get that license, I'm going to open the door to you get your investment license. Then you're done with that one. I'll get you your mortgage license if you want to. Right. I mean, guys, like these are the things that keep most people like on the fence, right? It keeps most people on the sideline watching. These are all your people that are watching your social media right now going, I'll let Kyle figure it out first, and then maybe I'll jump in, right? But let's talk about this really fast, because this is, for most people, this is gonna like explode your brain, I hope, especially if you've never seen this before. Do me a favor in the Zoom chat really quick. Who's never seen this chart before? I know my people have because we talked about it last week, but who's never seen this? All right, at least 3 of you. So that's good. That's good. So guys, listen, right here, this is where most people live, right? You're an employee, you have a job, all of your income is based on the amount of time that you're willing to trade for the money that you're getting. Okay. We call this 100% off of one, right? You have a job, you can't get more than your boss is willing to let you work. even if you're salaried or hourly, right? You can't have more than what they're willing to give you. And God forbid something happens to you, 100% of your income goes away as soon as you go away and stop working. So in a tragedy or something happens, or you get fired, game over, right? So a lot of people will say, okay, well, that sucks, but I'm going to be self-employed. I'm going into business for myself. Doctors, lawyers, cosmetologists, realtors, right? Salespeople, us. So this is us. We own the job initially, right? We own the job initially, but the beauty of this in a lot of cases is unlimited income potential, right? There's no cap. You can make as much as you want. That piece is true, but you're still in that 100% off of one scenario, right? The doctor like gets into a car accident and breaks his leg. Well, he's probably not doing a whole lot of doctoring, which means if the doctor stops seeing patients, what happens to the income? You're still in 100% off of one scenario, guys. So you have to move out of this self-employed scenario over to this business owner scenario. This is Primerica. And I want you to think about this, right? Think about it from a brokerage model. Think about it from a brokerage model. If I'm the business owner, right? All of your regional vice presidents, right? If we own the system, do we want to just be the agent, right? Do we want to be self-employed but be the business owner as well? Or do we want to have hundreds of agents, thousands of agents? Think about it like this. Think about it like this. I'll make it very, very simple, right? Like if I cut grass, just me, I'm out cutting grass. Like I'm super excited. I got a lawnmower. I can cut like 5 lawns a day, right? I make $50 every time I cut a lawn. That means my income is capped at $250 a day. If I cut no lawns, I make no money, right? I'm down here. I'm already self-employed. I'm skipping it, right? I'm skipping this guy. I quit that guy. I'm ran into my business for myself. But now I got smart. I went and bought 5 other lawnmowers and I went and hired 5 other people. And I told them, I said, listen, Craig, Kyle, Victoria, Gwen, Andy, you guys are going to go cut lawns. Every time you cut a lawn, you make $40. You charge the client 40, you keep, or 50, you keep 40, you pay me 10 because I'm providing you the system, I'm providing you the lawnmower, I'm providing all that. Now, every time every one of those people goes and cuts a lawn, I wasn't even there and I still make $50. You with me on this? So now, if you're thinking about it like that, do I want just 5 people cutting grass or 5,000? I want 5,000. That's the business owner, guys, right? Now, hopefully some of your brains just exploded just a little bit. And now you're starting to understand why we're going to recruit somebody, why we're going to teach them the business, why we're going to help them get licensed, why we're going to help them go make money for themselves. Here's the last piece, and then I'll move on. Have you ever been in a job where you had to train somebody for anything, right? Did you ever get paid more for training that person really, really well? Most people, if you're training somebody at a job, you're just kind of walking around going, man, I feel like I'm training my replacement. You're not getting paid better for training them really well. Here, I am invested in you. I'm invested in your success because the better you do, the better the business is going to do. So I don't want you to just make a little bit of money, Craig. I want you to make a lot of bit of money. A lot. And if you're making a lot of money, Craig, but you make all of the money that you were ever supposed to make, do you care that the brokerage makes some money? If you were supposed to, like, if you sold a policy, Craig, and you were supposed to make $500 and you made 500 and you kept all of it, do you care that I made 100 or 200 or hell, even 500? Who cares? If you got all of that you were supposed to get, why would you care if anybody else got paid? You shouldn't. That's the business. That's why we recruit. You're in a business where the better you duplicate and the better you teach, and the better you teach someone to replicate what you do, the better you're all going to do. Right? And that's when you move from the business side to then having your money work for you because your money is invested. What did Warren Buffett say? If you're not making money while you sleep, you're going to work forever. You gotta figure out a way to make money while you sleep, guys. And this is the only place that's ever going to teach you how to do it. All right. So this is the real estate model. I'm going to skip this. We're actually going to come back to that. But I want you guys to see this really fast in terms of what like what value is actually inside of someone's IBA, right? Your 99 bucks one time is your state application for their license, the exam fee, all the processing fees, the appointment fee, their fingerprinting. Average cost for licensing is actually closer to like $500 because most people are going to take the test more than once, right? So there's an extra licensing cost in there. So I would say on average about 500. Here's what your technology package, your $25 a month, right? You have your own website, your business reports, all of that is coming from home office. All of your direct deposit is set up, your payroll is set up for your other agents. You don't deal with any of that. Guys, there's like they did a disservice by only listing these things. Not to mention your securities license, the discount on your mortgage license once you're licensed. Guys, the value just goes on and on and on. It just keeps going. Yeah, you get a cell phone discount. I can't remember if it's AT&T or Verizon, but depending on if you're willing to switch plans, guys, there's another one out there. There's a discount out there through Primerica. Right. But listen, I've been yammering. I'm right on time though. I'm right on time, Andy. You'll be proud of me. Right. I'm at 40 minutes. I am gonna stop because it's time to let the myth out of the box, right? Miss Casey Morris, guys, is gonna do some recognition for us tonight. I'm super excited. I'm gonna unpin myself. Casey, I think you're on the red line account as well. So girl, it's it's your time. Guys, if you don't know Casey, she's the leader of the Titans. I've trained Casey personally. She was actually part of the replacement that we gave back to Andy and Brittany when we went regional vice president. I could not be more proud of her, and she is getting ready to absolutely crush it. So, guys, show her some love in the Zoom chat. She's senior regional leader and a watch earner already, getting ready to take her regional vice president contract soon because it's long overdue. So, Casey, girl, let's go. Let's get this thing going.
Yes, guys, give Noah some love. Holy cow. I don't know about you guys, but I've been taking notes and screenshotting all the things, right? Because oh my gosh, it doesn't matter that it's recorded. It is such great information. All you greens out there, I know you definitely are like soaking this all in, right? If you have no idea what I'm talking about, right? You just got to come to more meetings. So, what I'm going to do is start out with some recognition. That means I need everybody's fingertips on. Okay, so keyboard, grab your cell phone, get it in your hand up on your phone, but let's show everybody some love. So, red line recognition this evening, all right, is we're going to stop with top unlicensed premium, okay? And to lead us right off, we've got Bailey Esco, who, guys, unlicensed means without a license on field training. Bailey made $1,878 in a week. Oh my goodness. So make sure you're showing Bailey some love. Holy cow, girl. That's awesome. We're coming in number two is Casey Kinsey. Love the name, girl. $2,355 this week in training unlicensed premium. Great job. And number one, Riley Griffin at $2,550 in a week. Guys, just sitting there smiling and nodding while your trainer did all the work. Okay, absolutely incredible. Great job, ladies. And we are going to go over to top personal premium and Casey Kinsey right over here again at $2,355 in a week. All right, we've got number two coming in here, Leslie Wagner at $2,360. And girl, I know your name. Wolfpack. I cringe every time Andy says it. Wagoneer. You're earning your name up here, girl. Great job on that. And number one, Riley Griffin again, $2,550 this week in top personal premium. Great job. Congratulations. Top team premium below RVP. And this is your entire team. Roseanne and Brandon Bow at $1,669 in a week. All right. Number two, we've got Leslie Wagner again, $2,360 in team premium this last week. And then we have Jet Park coming in. Number one, $3,716 in a week. Holy cow, guys. That is absolutely incredible. Great job, ladies. Great job. Top personal recruiter, Chris Grantham with 3 personal recruits this week. And I think that also has to do with some coaching with Ian Congratulations for earning that. Linda Vandersis with 4 personal recruits this week. Congratulations. That is incredible. And there's only one number one with Mariah Gibson coming in there with 5 personal recruits in a week. Congratulations, guys. All of you earned that training with Ian Proctor, and that is not over. It is running all month long. So great, great, great job. Top team recruit. So this is your entire team numbers. Kathy and Brad Shields coming in there at number 8 this week with team recruits. Number 2, Haley and Philip Spires with 9. All right, Kathy, you're gonna let her come in there and slip in one more? Come on. And then Suzanne Rogers hitting it up. She's taking both Haley and Kathy out. 11 team recruits this week. Holy cow. Let's go, Suzanne. Great job, guys. Top team recruits RVP and above. Noah and Melissa Queen. You just heard from him yourself, guys. Success leaves clues. There's 11 team recruits this week. We've got number 2, Abby Schaffner with 14. Oh man, she's slipping in there. I love it. All right, but there's only one number 1. Andy and Brittany Onstead with, guys, 32 team recruits this week. All right, I'm in the base now, right?
In a
Holy
week.
cow.
In a
Base is
week.
taking a week. Yes. I'm like, what does he say in the other, Noah? A week. Exactly. That's 32 new teammates in 1 week, guys. That's incredible. Great job, everyone. Atlas, Limitless, and Redline Base. Where's our other RVPs out there, right? Top Team Premium, RVP and above. Andy and Brittany Onstead this week with $3,685 this last week. All right. Jessica and Ben Powers coming in. They are beating them with $4,219 in the last week. Great job, Powerhouse. And we've got only one number 1, Noah and Melissa McQueen with $6,070 in the last week for Team Premium above RPP. That is absolutely incredible. Great job, Atlas, coming in there and pushing those numbers, right? We've got top below RVP personal cash. Jet Park this last week. Jet Park brought home $738 cash this week, guys. Absolutely great. Congratulations. We've got number 2 for Christine Nielsen with $740. Jet, she beat you by $2. Okay, this one hurt writing it on here. Okay, great job, Christine. But guys, $2. Who's gonna kind of take this over? You gonna stretch that gap out, Christine? But there's only one number 1, guys. Ready? Show some love to Leslie Wagoneer with $1,299 cash this week. Great job, below RVPs. So proud of you.
Casey,
Yes.
just to put that in perspective, like even just like $700 a week, guys, that's almost 40 grand a year online from home. It's like 38 and change. Leslie with 1,300 is over 67,000 a year online from home around her own schedule, doing whatever the heck she wants. Just perspective, right? Like when you look at it like that, it's like, man, okay, yeah, I could do it. But when you think about it in terms of that's wild. Who could use an extra 40 grand a week, like 700 a week, right? So just things to think about. It's all about perspective. Great job, Case. Keep going.
So good. So good. So good, guys. Yeah. It all adds up, right? Every dollar counts. Okay. Top personal cash RVP and above, you've got your very own Noah Melissa McQueen with $1,744 this week alone. Brought home cash. Number 2, Abby Schaffner sneaking in there. $2,102 this week in personal cash. But there's only one number 1. Ready? There's your own very own Andy and Brittany Onstead with $5,498 this week in cash brought home. Absolutely crazy, guys. Incredible. Okay. Now, you guys ready for some licenses? I was so proud. I was so excited because, guys, we have so many different licenses, people that passed their exams this week. Get ready to show them some love. You've earned this. So proud of you. And to kick it off, we're going to start with Shanna Lively. Congratulations. You have that a license to print, girl. You are ready. Those beautiful boys go change their lives. All right. We've got Joni Can. Congratulations. You can make a ton with that license, girl. Let's go. I'm gonna pull some Andy on me. So there we've got Corey Rosser. Congratulations, Corey. So excited for you. Go use that license. That's the worst thing you could ever do, guys, is work your butt off for that license and then never use it. So go use it. Julie Ayers, congratulations, Julie. So happy for you. So proud of you. That is such an accomplishment. We've got Bernardo Ruiz. Congratulations, Bernardo. So excited for you. You were so pumped. You were like, let's turn and smile. I'm so excited for you. That is incredible. Craig Harvey, I mean, he's double timing it, right? Andy was talking about you on Wolfpack this week. Craig, at his 9 to 5, it looks like, and passing a state license. Let's go, Craig. So excited for you. Congratulations. Rachel Klein McCutcheon, congratulations. That is so amazing. You're gonna have a ton more flowers, more than just in your hair, with all that money that's gonna be coming in. Okay, girl. Fresh flowers every day. Alyssa Wilkerson, congratulations on that license. You passed it. You did it. The worst part's done. I promise. You guys did it. Melisha McGallen, congratulations, family of yours. So excited to see all the incredible things you're going to do for them here. Great job. Now, guys, best question ever. Who's next? Who is getting licensed? Who's going to have their picture up here? Who's going to get recognition on Tuesday night with their name up here, getting celebrated and shouted out to everybody? So congratulations, guys. I'm going to turn it back over to the illustrious and incredible Noah McQueen, and he is going to end our night. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Casey. Great job, guys. Hey, show Casey some love in the Zoom chat, guys. Like, one, she built that on her own, updated one of the old ones that we had. So now everything's fixed. So we love you. Thank you, Casey, so much for that. And doesn't she just like bring the energy? I mean, I don't know. I might like recommend Casey just does recognition every week. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't put that on you. I wouldn't do that. I don't want to give Andy any crazy ideas. Not yet, but we'll see. We'll see. So guys, listen, some of the stuff up front, right? That was like the business side, right? So sort of like a Primerica mullet meeting, right? So business in the front, we're gonna like finish with some fun stuff and the party stuff right now. Because I got some cool things I think you guys need to be reminded of, because I'm not sure if anybody remembers that we still have coaching with a Primerica legend and a Primerica. I mean, heck, I got to assume that Ian's close to a billionaire by now, right? Like, between everything that he did for years plus selling his code for 30 million. Think about that, guys. Ian and Jessica were in the business for 14, 15 years. And when they decided to step away, they sold their business for $30 million. Not including every year leading up to that they had already been $1 million earners. Oh, by the way, they were the fastest to reach $1 million a year in Primerica history at the time, only to have that record broken by none other than our coaches, Andy and Brittany Onstead. So whether you guys realize it or not, you actually come from a lineage of like Primerica royalty. Guys, Andy and Brittany hold the record for the most recruits ever in a month, the most premium ever in a month, over 500,000 in premium in 1 month, over 700 recruits in 1 month. Fastest to $1 million in company history, the right way, right? There have been some people that did it differently. They don't even count those. Ask anybody at home office. They don't count, right? The right way, building. So listen, there's shout out to everybody that's already earned coaching with Ian, but guess what? If you haven't earned it yet, you got plenty of time. There's still 2 weeks left in June production. There's no reason that everyone on this call right now should not earn this. Go get 3 recruits, then help your recruits get 3 recruits. Because even if your brand newest person signs up on the last day of June, well, guess what? There should be 50 team recruits and then everybody gets in. But what I want you guys to think about is everybody doing a little will add up to everyone getting a lot. All right. So that's still going on right now. Listen, big one's coming right now. So starting tonight and going 24, I mean, it's almost 9 o'clock on the East Coast. So we'll give you 27 hours, right? So from now until midnight tomorrow night, anybody that sets 5 kitchen table client appointments is going to get their ECBS ticket, right? Their ticket for the builder school reimbursed. If you've already got your ticket, talk to your regional vice president. We'll figure something else out for you. Maybe you don't have a red line t-shirt yet. Just talk to your regional vice president. All right. But let's back up. Why do we need to set client appointments? Why do we need to set what we call kitchen table appointments? Because one, you got to get some training. If you ever expect to be any good at this business, you got to get in the field. The other side of setting those appointments, though, guys, is you got to get in front of some people and just show them what you're doing. One, hopefully we can help them. But two, the worst thing that happens is we show them what you're doing, and then you ask for the referral later on. Hey, listen, if you can use it, great. And if not, that's okay too. I would just really love for you to know more about what I'm doing. So you could send me some referrals down the road in case you knew anybody that needed what we do. Sound good? Perfect. So as far as us getting together, when's better, today or tomorrow? Tomorrow or the next day? Now, you don't have to run the appointments tomorrow, guys. You just need to get them on the calendar and ideally before the weekend, right? Don't be scheduling these for like next month. This is for like the next few days because if you start pushing stuff out 3, 4, 5, 7, 12 days, if you schedule something 2 weeks from now with somebody, do you think they're really coming? Be honest. Be honest, not just with me, but be honest with yourself. The odds are probably like against you, right? So try to get it within the next 48 hours. So 5 of those will get you your ticket reimbursed. Set 10, your direct trainer, like right, whoever put that appointment, whoever's calendar you put this appointment on owes you 75 bucks cash, right? Now, work that out with them. But what I'm telling you is your regional vice president is not sending you the 75. It's whoever you put the appointments on the calendar for. You put them on my calendar and we run it, yeah, I'm going to pay you. Now, here's the biggie. If you can set 20 kitchen table client appointments in market, meaning they got to either be married or have kids or both. Okay. And if they're married, they both better be at that appointment, right? We don't run one-legged appointments. So just things to kind of help you sort of like set up for success. But if you can set 20 guys, that's going to be 200. I'm pretty sure there's only ever been like 2 people that actually hit 20. I'll be honest with you. I didn't. I hit 17 and I ran out of time. But along the way, I got paid. I got paid some extra. And then I went on 17 different client appointments. I ended up with a $3,000 bonus. But most importantly, I got to see Andy run 17 client appointments. Do you think I ever needed Andy again after that when it came to just running a kitchen table client appointment once I had seen him do it 15, 16, 17 times? Guys, that's the secret sauce. When you have seen the master copy do it that many times, there's not like you don't need it anymore. Like you don't need anything else. You've seen enough. You've been in the field. An hour in the field, guys, is worth like 15 or 20 on your own. I promise you. Right? Now, listen, but wait, there's more. If you're excited right now, just wait. Maggie Hall, stop it. You've already got 10. Girl, woo, look out. Look out. Look, she didn't even know. Andy, she didn't even know. I didn't even tell him. But look, check it out, girl. Maggie, you've already set 10, right? So you've already earned your ticket. You've already earned your 75 extra. And you're the first one, didn't even like it literally just got announced. You just earned one-on-one coaching with Andy. You're going to get a one-on-one mentoring session. He's going to record it for you, put it on YouTube and send it to you. That way you have a recording of your coaching with $1 million earner, the fastest in Primerica history to make it to 1 million and the all-time record holder for both premium and recruits in a month in the base. Oh my gosh. I'm so proud of you, Maggie, right? So selfishly, I'm stoked that she won because she's part of the Atlas base. She didn't even know this was a thing. She didn't even know. Because Andy and I literally made this graphic after she had told us that she had already set 10. So she's winning, right? Success loves speed, guys. Listen, that's the greatest sort of example of not waiting, right? She didn't wait. She's just going to get rewarded because she's already got it, right? It came out. Boom, you've already got 10. Let's go. So look, oh man, listen, this is it. This is it at its most simple like form of the business, guys. Everything starts at the tip of the spear with a recruit. But a recruit is no good if we don't train them. And along the way, as we train them, we're going to promote them, right? You can't do field training and not earn a promotion and a bonus out of it, right? But in order for that promotion and bonus to actually turn into something tangible, they have to get a license, okay? You're never going to help someone in the business if you just recruit them and then don't do anything with them. Guys, that's not it. We're not collecting IBAs. I want you to come into the business. I want you to get trained and I want you to get promoted super quick. And then I want you to get licensed just as fast. Because here's the fun part. You don't override a recruit, guys. You override a license, right? And that's really what it comes down to in terms of how you make someone successful in this business. Get them in, get in front of some people for them, get in front of their people with them very quickly. Because the faster I can get in front of somebody, the faster you put your trainer in front of somebody, the faster, one, you're going to believe that it works. The faster, two, that the people that are supporting you are going to believe that it's real. And they're not going to just sit back going, why are you sitting on that Zoom call listening to that weird guy? Right? Because if you haven't been around it, you probably think I'm a little weird. I'm probably a little too excited for you. I got too much energy for most people. That's okay. They're not the people that I want to talk to. I want to be around the people that got more energy than me that bring me up and keep me excited. Right? That's mentally where you're going. That's where you're going. And that's okay. But listen, the faster we can get in front of people, the faster you're going to see it's real. The faster you're going to see that it works. So I'm going to leave you with one little story really quick. I was on an appointment last night. They had been with the same company for 14 years almost. All their vehicles, all their everything, all their life insurance. And I was like, man, this is going to be a hard one to beat because he's like, yeah, I got a 30-year level term. We got it like 14 years ago. And I'm like, okay, well, let's see. Let's just quote it out. And I said, hey, do you know roughly what you're paying? He's like, yeah, I got 150,000. I'm paying about 87. My wife's got 150,000. She's paying like 62. And I'm thinking like, he just said it was a 30-year term. They had it for 14 years. This is wild. Lo and behold, it's return of premium. I showed them what they would have been paying had I met them at 29 instead of their current age. Guys, do you know it would have been like 25 bucks a month? Same coverage. So it'd have been like 60 bucks a month cheaper. And then we invested. They'd ended at the end of the term with about $250,000. It's insane. And instead, they're going to get back like 30 grand on the return of premium. But wait, there's more, right? I said, listen, I could probably give you $250,000 right now and another 30 years level. And I bet you it's cheaper than what you have. You open to take a look at that? What do you think they said? They said yes. And we looked at it, and it was. So, guys, I took them from their current position, gave them an extra 100,000 in insurance, and gave them another 30-year level term from where they are right now. They will never need another life insurance policy. And they're also saying, yeah, we've kind of been knowing for a while that our guy was overcharging us on stuff. We've just been with him so long, we didn't want to leave. I said, listen, I love the loyalty. I love it. But at the end of the day, business is business. And if I can save you money on something you're already spending money on and give you more, why wouldn't you switch? Game over. What are you going to say to me at that point? Nothing. We closed it. Hello, right? But we would have never known had we not had the appointment. The problem is most people will go, oh, they're all set. They've been with Bob and blah, blah, blah for so long, they're never going to change. I don't care. If that person is important to you, I want them on my calendar because I'm going to blow them away at the end of the day. And even if we don't help them do anything, I'm going to say, man, didn't you guys see so much value in this? Don't you see so much value in what Casey's going to be doing, helping people? And what are they going to say? They're going to say, yeah, of course. I say, perfect. Who do you know that we can get Casey in front of like tomorrow or the next day? That way we can show more people. Like, who do you know that this would be perfect for? I'd love to like help you get like 5 or 10 names over to Casey because that's really what this business is all about. Like, does that make sense? And what do you think they're going to say? Absolutely. Guys, at the end of the day, that's it, right? That's it. Got to get in front of people. You got to go play in traffic, and you cannot create problems before they start. That's the name of this game, right? It's all about activity. We like to say massive activity, and it starts with us. It starts with massive personal activity. So I want you guys to go in your chats right now. Who's going to go set their first 5 appointments? Who's going to set 10? Who wants that one-on-one coaching with a friggin' Primerica millionaire record holder? I do, right? I do. So go put those appointments on your trainer's calendar. Reach out to him right now. Tell him Coach Noah said, we got to set 10 appointments ASAP. And then when you hit 10, you better be shooting for 20. Don't you dare slow down. Don't you dare settle. Go for one more. Go for one more. I don't care if you're at 11 and it's like 10 o'clock at night tomorrow. You better go for 20 because even if you don't hit it, you'll hit 15. Go for one more. All right. Listen, guys, that's it for tonight. I'm sorry we're 4 minutes over. If 4 minutes is going to be the deal breaker for the 30 people that already got off the call, they weren't the ones. They weren't the ones. All right. One more. One more. Let's go see who's going to earn it. See you guys. Let's go. Bye.